Now let's talk about Descartes' method of doubt. Descartes stated that some years ago I was struck by how many false things I had believed. Descartes realized that all his beliefs could be doubtful, but in order for him to realize and understand the certainty, he had to establish a new foundation. But establishing new foundation would take very much time and he just wanna do it once in his life. But to do this, he must first doubt all his beliefs. And so he seeks to find the foundation of his belief, wherein he states that if he can doubt the whole foundation of his belief, any set of belief that is resting in this foundation, will also fall. This method is now known as the Cartesian method of doubt. Descartes stated that our senses can mislead us. We might believe that the most trustworthy thing that we have is our senses. But unfortunately, Descartes realizes that his senses deceived him before. So maybe, just maybe, they could be deceiving him now. He argues that if the source of knowledge could sometimes deceive him, then it could always be deceptive. Due to this, the sense perception is the first foundation Descartes began to doubt. Yet, although the senses occasionally deceive us with respect to the objects, which are very small, Descartes still recognized that there is belief that seems impossible to doubt. For example, how can I doubt myself that I am here talking to you? How can I doubt myself that I am holding a pen when me myself is aware and certain that I am talking? If natutulog ako ngayon, di sana ako kakapusin ng hangin trying to explain about Descartes' method of doubt. Di sana mangangalay ang likod ko or like magdadry ang mata ko while nakaharap sa laptop. A feeling that a sleep person wouldn't feel. Dreams appear the same as genuine experiences. They cannot be distinguished. Descartes realized that even if he is sleeping and probably dreaming, many of his beliefs would be false. Why is that? Because he cannot even tell if he is dreaming or not. Like, if I'm dreaming that I am dancing, my belief that I am dancing would be false. Since at the first place, I cannot even tell if I am dreaming or not. If I can't prove that I am not dreaming, then there is no certainty. The idea here is, if he could doubt something, it probably wasn't true. It matters the certainty of a situation. Here, I introduce to you the Descartes' dreaming argument. In his argument, if I know something, it is because my senses are not deceiving me. When I sleep, my senses deceive me. I do not know for certain whether I am awake or asleep. Therefore, I do not know anything, at least anything sensory. As you can see in his premise and conclusion, he points out that our senses can be unreliable, which sometimes makes us believe which is not true in reality. Na-experience nyo na rin ba yung like, parang nahuhulog kayo sa bangin, tas biglang magiglitch yung katawan natin? Like, pag natutulog tayo, di ba, may times na ganun. Another is, na naginip ako dati na may napulot akong pera, maraming pera. Then pagising ko, muntik pa ako maiyak kasi panaginip lang pala, not true. I will suppose, therefore, that not God, who is supremely good, at the source of truth. So suppose that it is not God that is deceiving Descartes. He came up with a malicious demon instead. Descartes used the demon in order to push himself to the edge of doubt, doubting everything, even his existence, leading him to his famous cogito ergo sum. Now, this is this is how priori versus posteriori emerge. Due to his lack of trust in his senses, Descartes come up to the question if there is knowledge independent of experience and sense. He realized that there is at least 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, which do not need sensory experience and innate to us, a knowledge itself.